Great. Hello, Amy. Thank you so much for joining us for the Craftmas extravaganza.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here, Kate.
Awesome. Would you mind introducing yourself and telling us a little bit about your business?
Sure, no problem. I'm Amy. I have 30 plus years baking experience, wholesale and retail markets. And I started Rulla Pulla. It's a premium Scandinavian baking kit business that's kind of evolving into other baking kits and some co-branding and drop shipping. And so, yeah, that's what I do.
That's amazing. I was so excited when I was looking for other craft kit makers to find something that was food oriented. It's just so
Yeah.
cool. I hadn't seen
Yeah,
it
and I'm a
before.
foodie.
That's awesome. So for those of you who are just tuning in, I'm Kate. I'm a watercolor artist, and we are connecting with a bunch of different kit makers this holiday season, and we're doing a big giveaway of a bunch of different kits. So if you haven't already, to folks watching at home, make sure that you check out the link in my bio to sign up for the giveaway. And without further ado, let's dig into it. So tell us a little bit about how you got into baking.
I was kind of born into it, I would
Okay.
say. I'm a real foodie, and I'm Scandinavian. I'm Swedish. I married a Finnish American, and so baking is a huge part of the culture, and it's a really like an expression of love. It's hard to put it into words. It's hard to explain it, but it's really an expression of love. And so I did a lot of. I had a commercial bakery, and I had a wholesale bakery and a retail bakery. And it was a super busy time. After I raised my kids, I decided I just needed to slow down. So I stopped, but I started selling baked goods on Etsy. And that worked for a little while. But I always, throughout my career, it's always kind of killed me that people think that, wow, I can't believe you did this. Like they think I have some kind of magic. And I just like, I always wish people could know like, what they think I have, they have it too. And so I started really knocking around the idea. I had some really loyal customers that I thought if I could just go to their house with my ingredients that I knew were like premium and just kind of show them the basic techniques, like they could see that they have it too. So I yeah, that's where Rulla Pulla was born. I decided to make baking kits using the ingredients I used, the recipes I used, the techniques I had learned and developed. And so I put it together in kits and I gave them away, and I begged and pleaded when people said, no, I can't, you don't understand. I've never even put anything in the oven. I just begged them to try it. And yeah, Rulla Pulla has just been picking up more and more speed. And I quit. I actually turned off my ovens for other people. So I don't do that anymore, but I do develop baking kits and sell baking kits. And so that's really become kind of my passion, is kind of empowering people to know that they can do it and they can create that for themselves and their families and share that and create like traditions and cultures for their family too. So that's
So
all about Rulla Pulla.
rewarding.
That's where I came from. And it's so exciting. I love what I do.
Yeah, I totally am with you. Like I love I love painting myself, but I feel like for me the big joy is empowering people to be able
When
to
other
do
people,
it themselves,
oh,
right?
yeah, it sounds kind of cheesy, but it's so awesome when they realize, like, I can do this. Like,
Yes.
it's just so cool because they can take that the rest of their lives. And I just think it's a really neat lesson. And
Yeah.
I love sharing that with people.
And everything looks so delicious. I was drooling over your website.
It is actually really good.
I mean, obviously. So I do want to share with folks where people can find you and find more information about Rulla Pulla.
Sure. Sure. Yeah, I have a website. I'm not very technically inclined, so I've kind of recruited of course, my children because they know so
Great.
much more about it than me. My son is a real computer nerd, and so is my husband. So they've helped me. I have a website, and then my biggest venue right now is still Etsy, which because to me it's so easy. I just can concentrate on what I love doing,
Yeah,
and I don't have to worry about all the marketing and all that stuff that eats up so much of your time.
totally.
Um, and I don't just love doing it. So it's actually, I have to put a lot of effort into making myself do it, even like social media. I love
Yeah.
reaching people, but to take the time and the learning curve. Yeah, so I'm on Etsy. I have a website. A couple different vendors have reached out to me to carry my goods. So that's been really awesome that that legwork was kind of off of me. And they can find me on Uncommon Goods. There's some
Nice.
different brick and mortars that carry Rulla Pulla, and I've recently started branding some stuff for a couple different people, which has been so fun.
That's really
Under their
cool.
brand. Yeah, that's been really neat to develop for them and design, because I feel like the designing part is like I feel like I should just design labels and stuff, stickers. But
Yeah, it's
that's the fun part, right?
yeah, totally.
And talking to people.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that's so
So that's where people can find me. Mostly, I would say Etsy is a really great place because that's where all my feed, or a big portion of feedback about the kits
yeah.
is at. And so you can really see like hands-on people that use them, what their experience has been. And I feel like it really speaks for itself.
Yeah, and that's where I found you, is on Etsy, and it was so cool reading the reviews of your products and things like
Yeah.
that. People are so sweet.
Yeah. So much
Um,
love.
oh my gosh, I know. And so earlier you mentioned connecting people with like premium ingredients and things like that. So when you're curating these kits, how do you connect like how do you select the things that you're including?
Years of trial and error of trying to find. And I actually live in Eastern Washington.
Right.
And I live in the Palouse Wheat Hills. So I don't know if people are familiar with that, but it's like the best wheat in the world. Or I feel like it is, from all the wheat. I mean, from King Arthur to your grocery store. Like, I've tried them all. And so I use that wheat. It's milled locally.
Awesome.
It's really fresh. It's so awesome. I use that wheat. And then I also source a lot of my ingredients from Finland. Because I just can't find, it's just not an American market. Like this spice cardamom, which I use in a lot of my kits, I source it actually from Finland. And they make it in small batches. It's a really coarse grind cardamom, if anybody's familiar with it. Yeah, it's just, it's a very hard thing to find in the States. So I really want to set people up for success. I'm sure any kit maker knows, like, you really want a child to be able to
Yeah.
walk away with like, whoa, this is perfect, or meets or exceeds their expectations. So I feel like I put a lot of effort into making sure that what goes into that kit is just 110%, you know.
Love it.
So it takes a lot of time, but it's worth it.
It's worth it though. I totally agree. Like, people are like, why are you using this fancy paper for your kits? Like, they might not know. And I'm like, I don't care. Like, this is going to be the best paper that they can use. Like, I want to set people up to succeed, right? Like, I totally get how important it is
Absolutely.
to use the best of the best.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be, you could make it cheaper or, you know, easier on yourself, but to me it's never been worth it. It's just, I want people to be just totally amazed at themselves. So that's what I shoot for.
I love that. I love that. So I've been asking everybody who has been a part of this to say what craft or new hobby or something you might like to try in the future that you've never tried before.
Actually, funny, when you reached out to me, Kate, I've really wanted to watercolor. I watercolored when I was first married. My mother-in-law got me a class, or bought me a class for my birthday, and I loved it. But then I started having kids, and I just never had time to get back to it because it feels really overwhelming to me. It feels like it's going to take a lot of time. It feels like the learning curve is going to be huge. So I bought a couple kits from some other people, trying to just like, okay, I'm gonna do the thing and take the me time, you know, like they say.
Yeah.
And so you turn off everything and you sit down with your cup of coffee, and I have loved that time, that creative process. I think there's something that it does something to your brain. I know it does. And so I'd love to actually explore that more. I'm really hoping if our kits are kind of given away as gifts, I've got everything crossed for the watercolor kit. But that's the one hobby that I wish I could devote more time to, because I feel like it's so fun and it's so good to do. And you can give it to people. I can make cards. So it's on my wish list, is to develop my watercolor skills and spend more time doing it, even if it's not perfect.
Yes, exactly. That's music to my ears.
Yeah, I think people get a little hung up that, oh, it's not going to be perfect. And somebody told me one time, it's just a piece of paper. Like, you can throw it away. So it's like, okay, yeah, that's a little liberating. It's not, I'm not on the line for it. Yeah.
And do you want to share a little bit about the specific item that you shared for the giveaway that we're hosting?
It was so hard to decide. I'm not gonna lie. We just came out with a new kit. Like one of my favorite things in the whole world. I'm kind of a foodie, so it's like kind of picking like your favorite kid.
Oh, I know.
But my kits, we came out with this new waffle kit, and it's got cardamom. There's Swedish cardamom waffles, and this kit just like I can't even stand it. I mean, who wouldn't want to eat those?
I mean, I want to
and it comes with. I know, it comes with this darling little bottle of real maple syrup. It just would be such a neat thing for Christmas morning. Anyway, I couldn't decide if this or our most popular kit, which is just a single braided loaf of cardamom bread. And I did that one. Maybe I should have done the waffles.
But the waffles are available in your shop. People can.
Now I'm doubting myself. It is available, and it's actually 25% off right now. I think it's a really good deal. But this is the kit. You get to make this thing.
Yummy.
And it comes with, the instructions are, you cannot go wrong. I promise.
I love it. Photo instructions.
So this bread is.
We need.
Yeah. This bread is a super traditional Scandinavian bread, and it is just, it's so good. You will love it. Whoever gets it, you'll have to let me know how it goes.
Yay.
Yeah, really yummy. So that's what I sent in.
So exciting. Well, I am super psyched. We have so many amazing craft kits coming together, and it's going to be such a fun giveaway. So for folks who are tuning in, you could be a winner. So make sure that you sign up for the challenge with the link in my bio, and we're going to be announcing everything on December 12th. So stay tuned.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to be part of this.
Yes, and thank you so much for joining in. I know it's a big ask to connect during this time of year. So thank you so much for joining me. All right. Well,
I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much, Kate.
Happy holidays.